texting somebody. Good afternoon. What do I say? What do I say? Welcome to 20 Minutes Underground, your online weekly reptile YouTube show for reptile enthusiasts. Like the Nigerian Nightmare. Say something.
Hey, Kilo Shele. How's it going?
Something else. Say something else. Say buy lots of reptiles.
Say what?
Buy lots of reptiles.
Oh, Ewara Ejo.
That's our international connection. This week on 20 Minutes Underground is brought to you by KFC. KFC, 11 herbs and spices, biscuits and gravy, honey, and if anybody from the corporate offices of KFC is watching, we are completely available for corporate sponsorship. We'll work for food. Otherwise, this week on 20 Minutes Underground, we look at some Uromastyx, my particular favorite, Uromastyx Ornatus. Now, for you guys that look at me as the Tegu guy, I used to be the Uromastyx guy years ago. I did all kinds of Uromastyx. I had Uromastyx up the wazoo, and I don't know what happened. At some point, I just kind of got bored and switched over and became the Tegu guy. But man, do I love Uromastyx. I love them, everything about them. They look like an old man. Hey, I'm just a Uromastyx. Got a piece of lettuce, you got no teeth, can't chew it up. That's how they look. They're really cute. All shaped and sizes. Also looking at boas. What kind of boas?
We got hypo boas and jungle besks and all sorts of weird boas to show you this week.
I really don't like boas that much. I mean, I like them because they're snakes. I'm a snake guy, but they don't do nothing for me. They don't breed fast enough, and they grow big and craps like this. What?
They're no red F.
They're no red F. Did I show you guys my red F? Oh, guys. I got my favorite animal in. Look at this, guys. Where do you see this? This is Jet. He's my favorite lizard of all time. Oh, look at that. I put my glasses on and look at him. That's how much I love him. Best animal in the world. There he is. That's Jet. Hi, Jet. Say hello to the folks. Look at him. Jet's what's up. So enjoy the show, guys. We have some cool information for you. Please, 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 please hit subscribe. We're hoping to get 100,000 subscribers this year by the end of the year. It's early in the year still. It's only June, halfway through. So we need about 40,000 more subscribers between now and the end of the year. If we can please get that. If we get 100,000 subscribers by the end of the year, I will send every one of them a free t-shirt. Every single subscriber. Boas.
Hey, what's up, guys? Drew here, and I'm here to show you some of the ornate Uromastyx that we've got in stock. These guys will get about 15 inches, and when they grow up, they'll display some absolutely amazing color. Blues, greens. The males will typically get a little bit more colorful than the females, but they'll get super big. Their tails are awesome. You gotta look at their spiky tails. If you can get a close in on that, George. Those tails are absolutely incredible. They don't regenerate, unfortunately, if they get cut off or squished in something. But they've got these really cool spikes on the end of them, and they're kind of like bearded dragons. They're very docile, great animal to have, just chilling around with you. They love to do two things, and that's eat and sunbathe. And they can definitely take some intense heat. Their basking spot's typically about 120 degrees. They absolutely love the heat. Very thin-blooded, so really cool animals. They originate from Israel, Egypt, Yemen, those areas over there. I think Algeria. I think there's some of them that come out of Algeria. But you can absolutely see the rainbow on their back. It's just absolutely incredible. Kind of like a stubby face, really funny looking, you know. But these guys are a little escape artists we've had for a little while. So if you guys are interested, we've got some awesome ornate Uromastyx for you.
What's going on, guys? Ryan B here. And one of the animals we're going to be talking about this week are boas, boa constrictors. They're definitely one of those animals that are really popular in the industry. They've been in the reptile industry for quite some time, pretty much since the inception. There's several different types of boas. It's kind of a broad term, right? When you talk about boas, you can be talking about rosy boas, you can be talking about boa constrictors, you can be talking about specific red-tailed boas, Amazon boas, emerald tree boas. But one of the ones we're going to be focusing on today, the one that's probably most well known, is the boa constrictor. Colombian boa constrictors are the ones that are probably the most popular in the industry. The reason being is because of the different morphs that are prevalent in them, also because of the time that they've been in the industry. When most people think of boas, they think of Colombian red-tailed boas. Now, they're actually not considered one of the, I guess you call them a true red-tailed boa. These are boa constrictor imperator. When you think of true red tails, you're thinking like Guyanas, Surinams, other different type of locality-specific boas, usually specific to like South America. Those are boa constrictor. Now, this one that I'm holding is a hypo-Celtic. Hypos are characterized by a reduced saddle and a lack of black pigmentation. Now, these saddles are a little bit more prominent. That's because of the what's it called? The Celtic gene that's in it. All right, these guys generally will get about 6 to 8 foot in length. Females tend to get a little bit more robust and a little bit bigger than your males. Okay, and these guys are usually able to breed at around around 2 to 3 foot in length. Males can breed really small. I've seen some tiny males locking up with some much larger females. Cool thing about boa constrictors is that they're live bearers too. If you're somebody looking for a project and you're like, man, I really don't want to have to worry about incubating eggs, I definitely recommend boas because they are live bearers. Let me show you a couple other morphs just to give you an idea of some of the differences on them. Now, boa constrictors are also really good feeders. Generally speaking, they have a good feeding response, easy to get them feeding on rodents right away. Frozen, thawed, live, they'll take either one. Especially as they get bigger, they'll even eat some really large rats, small rabbits, that sort of thing. These are two brand new babies, 2018 babies. One of them's in shed. This is a jungle besque, so that's a jungle arabesque sunglow. It's a 4-gene animal, okay? It's got the jungle gene, arabesque, it's got the hypo and the albino gene. You can tell it's going in shed if you look at the eyes. It's a little bit milkier than normal. The coloration on it is a lot more dull. And also you can kind of see the skin somewhat, I don't want to say clumped together, but you know, kind of, it looks a little bit looser on the animal. Okay, that's characteristic of them going into shed. Probably within the next day, this animal will be shed out, looking pretty and healthy, looking real nice. This is what's called a hypo IMG. The IMG is one of the newer morphs in the market. You can already tell if you look closely by the dark pigmentation on the head. It is a it's a co-dominant trait. So when you breed IMG to IMG, you get these almost all black looking snakes. Really cool. It's really neat to contrast the two. You got a really dark snake on the one hand, and you got a really bright and light snake on the other hand. Beautiful animals, especially as babies. You can see why these guys are so popular. The different morphs, the different pattern coloration. I would say, you know, when it comes to boa constrictors, they definitely, not as big as the ball python market, but they get pretty close. And one thing to note that I've seen in the boa market for a long time is this constant fluctuation. While some markets, like ball pythons, tend to steadily increase and even maintain a certain level of popularity, the boa market's been kind of an interesting market that I've seen over the years. What happens with the boa market for some reason is that it goes through these great highs and lows. Man, there's some years where I've been selling hypos for anywhere from $50 to $75, and then there's other years where they're selling for $150 to $200. I think it has to do with people getting in and out of the market. For some reason, people get into boas, get out of boas, get back into boas, and so you're constantly seeing this this ebb and flow of the boa market. Real high highs, real low lows. My recommendation, anytime people ask, like, what animal should I get into? What should I start breeding? I want to work with stuff. I want to start being able to produce stuff and sell it. I always tell people, find an animal they like. Boas, if you're really not into them, you're going to have a 6 to 8 foot animal on your hands with live birth, which can be a little bit messy, and not something that you're wanting to deal with. If you love them, get into them, stay with them. It's super rewarding to work with them. They're real fun. Lots of different morphs out there, lots of new combinations coming out. I even know some people are crossing them. Some people aren't a fan of that, like the hybrids, or crossing them with the more locality-specific true red tails, the constrictor. You know, do what you like. Yeah, that's again my best recommendation for you. Boa constrictors, great animal to work with, super popular. Hope that was informative for you guys.
That's Underground Reptiles. 20 minutes on the ground for the week. This is a shoe. You ever beat nobody to death with a shoe? Leaves terrible marks. Back in the day, we used to call it trademark. We trademark you. Kick you in the face, leave my trademark on your face. Hope you enjoyed our show. Please come back and visit. Please do not forget to hit subscribe and like and the little bell thingy that says, what does it say?
It's just a little bell.
It's just a little bell. Hey, come here. Come here, look at her. Look at her. Look at her. Hey, this week's question of the week. What is your new favorite animal personality on YouTube or Instacrap or Snap Crew or whatever they are? What's your new favorite guy? Now listen, it can't be the real Tarzan because that's my favorite. My favorite's the real Tarzan. He knows that's my boy. So if you like him, I'm with you, but you can't be him. What's your favorite personality? Put the link in the description. We're gonna check them out. Best one's gonna get some free advertisement and free crap to the 3 best guys that are out there. We want the little guys, not the big guys. I don't want to hear about Brian Barczyk. Everybody loves him. I don't want to hear about Camp Keenan because everybody loves him. I want new guys. New guys. Little bitty guys. Little tiny itty bitty guys. Best 3. Free crap. Free crap is?
Good.
Good stuff. Boas.